Hello! How's it going out there? Last week we were talking about 1-point perspective, and we are going to continue on. And this week we are going to be talking about adding color to our exploding shapes. Some of you might have done geometric shapes like this example, and some of you might have done some organic shapes like this example. So I'm going to do some quick kind of explaining on how to maybe add some color, some shading, and make these look a little bit more realistic. So why don't we go take a look at my drawing and let's add some color. All right, so we are going to take our drawings and add some color to them. I'm going to be using colored pencils. I'm just going to pick out kind of 2 or 3 colors, maybe orange and maybe this green. I'm going to use orange and green, and I'm going to use the orange to color my geometric shapes, and then I'll use my green to kind of shade in my organic shapes. So geometric, especially if you did something like a square or a rectangle, I want you just to take and pick one side, and that's going to be your dark side, and then one side is going to be your light side. But what if it's something like this where you only see one of the sides? Then I would recommend just adding whatever color would be on this side right here. So I'm going to pick the one that would be facing to the left, and I'm going to color that really dark. I'm just going to press down very hard, making a very solid orange color. And now the part that would be like basically the bottom of this shape, I'm going to shade, and I'm going to hold my pencil very high up. I'm going to color very lightly, and this is going to give the effect that one side is being kind of blocked from the light, which is going to be this side part, but this bottom part is being hit with some light, so you're able to see a lighter color. And that's going to give you the effect that one side is farther away than the other. So if you do that, it'll start to even add to this one-dimensional or 1-point perspective illusion that we're doing. So I'm going to show you on the next one. Color that side very dark. And then on the bottom part, since I've kind of decided, I'm going to color that very lightly. And I would just keep on doing that for all my different shapes. Like I was saying, since we really only kind of see one side of this, I'm only going to color that side. This was one that I showed what it would look like if you actually drew from a corner. It would look like kind of like a hollow shape then. But I'm just going to color the top part lightly like I did. Now, what if you did a circle? Kind of like when we were doing our curvy optical illusions, you're going to pick kind of shade kind of hard on either end, and then when you get to the middle, you want to start to loosen up and give it kind of less pressure so that it gives you that effect that it's kind of farther away on the sides of this kind of circular exploding cylinder, but it gets darker towards the middle. You're just practicing, you're getting better. This might be something totally new to you, but you are going to become so much better for practicing and trying to figure it out. And I might add in a little bit of color right there. Same thing, especially if this is being blocked, you'd only color just a little bit what you see, and then kind of do what you do on the bottom part of it, adding in that color. And so this is kind of casting a shadow, so I could actually add a little shadow, kind of a darker part, where this square shape is kind of covering up over that area. Now, let's talk about organic shapes. This is going to be more similar to these circles or how we did our curvy lines. So something like this, which is kind of being an area that's blocked, I could color this kind of dark. But here, I might want to add kind of just darkness around the edges, like we did on our curvy optical illusion. And then start to loosen up and get lighter as you get to the center, giving it that effect that it is coming out towards you. And just do the same thing for all your different shapes. So we are just learning how to do this for the first time, so is it going to come out perfect? Probably not. And that's no big deal. We are just trying to learn from what we're doing each week and get a little better each time, and you will be able to be shading and adding value before you know it to all different types of things. But I thought this would be just kind of a good way to start. Good practice. And if it doesn't come out perfect, no big deal. So obviously you could definitely color the outsides of these just like I did on my big one. And I'm excited to see how you go about adding color to your 1-point perspective exploding shapes. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, same project, but something new to add, a little bit of color and shading to make these look even more 3D, like they're popping out of the page. Good luck. I know you could do it. Practice. Just get a little bit better each time. I know you could do it. Have fun. So long.